in San Francisco, watching at thomhartmann.com. Hey, Mark, what's on your mind today?
Oh, not much, Tom. I missed your breakdown of the tax plan, but I did see that it cost $5 trillion.
Yes.
$5 trillion not paid for, and you know as well as I do that this policy is not going to create jobs or do anything to stimulate the economy. So $5 trillion to the middle class and poor in the long run is going to be a devastating effect unless we scream bloody murder and say we're not going to put up with it.
Yes, and I suspect that there's going to be a whole bunch of us screaming bloody murder and not being willing to put up with it. You know, Bernie came out and made his statement earlier. Chuck Schumer is making a statement probably as we speak. I just got a note from Debbie Stabenow. She's coming out and speaking out against this, and she's one of the more, you know, quote, moderate Democrats. So you know, for the whole spectrum, from Bernie on the far left of the Democratic Party to Debbie Stabenow sort of on the middle of the Democratic Party to Chuck Schumer and leadership of the Democratic Party, they are all, you know, seriously out there talking about this stuff. And it's, you know, this so-called tax relief. And I just think this thing is going to be a scam. It's absolutely going to be a scam. I'm with you,
you know,
Mark.
Tom, if you look at their health care plan and then you look at their tax plan, the Democrats really have to point out to the American people that the Republican Party sold out to the highest bidder. And, you know, we got to put an end to it or we're going to be in dire straits in this country if we can't make
We're already there, Mark. We're already there. This country is becoming a third world country. You've got, you know, Mike Pence privatizing the Indiana Toll Road to an Australian company. You've got it's just insane. I mean, you know, we are becoming a third world country. We don't manufacture things here anymore of any great consequence. You know, the average income, average individual income is actually below what it was when Reagan came into office. Family income is up slightly, but that's because now you've got, you know, 2 and 3 members of the family who are working. It's, you know, we are already there. Reaganism has gutted our country. And people know it. That's why they voted for Donald Trump and for Bernie Sanders. Why they said, you know, I want something other than, you know, the norm. You know, like that. People are like, it's time for some. You know, this system is broken, and Trump's so-called tax plan, or the Republican so-called tax plan, or maybe you could call it the Goldman Sachs tax plan because it's coming out of Gary Cohn and Steve Mnuchin. You know, the former heads of Goldman Sachs. Is not going to benefit anybody, as far as I can tell. And in fact, I think it's going to hurt the economy, just like giant tax cuts have always hurt the economy. They destroyed Kansas. You know, there was we had the biggest stock market crash since 1929 after Reagan did it in the 80s. You know, Bush did a giant tax cut, and what did it do? It just drove up the deficit, and you know, on it goes. So it's, you know, some pretty awful stuff there, Mark.
Well, we just got to fight back, Tom. That's all we can do.
Yeah, I agree. And fighting back is, you know, part information and part activism, you know, informing yourself and informing other people around you. Mark, thank you for the call. And just letting people know, you know, this is what's going on. There's something, you know, seriously wrong with this so-called tax plan. And there are actually a whole bunch of it. We'll get into that as time goes on. Anyhow, we'll be right back. Stick around.